I'm Carolina Hobson, Director of Sales and Marketing here at Chic Execs.
And I am Nicole Evans, Director of Retail Strategy at Chic Execs.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about 10 product placement tips from Chic Execs.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the first one is review your product and make sure you have a clear point of difference. This is really important when you're looking at your competitors in the market. What makes you stand apart and makes you a little bit different? This brings us to number 2, which is price your product competitively based on your point of difference. So if you have a product that has a clear added value to it, maybe you add a couple of dollars or subtract a couple of dollars depending on where you're at in the market. You really want to look at your competitors and price appropriately.
So our third tip is to create impactful packaging and displays. This is really important because you have 1 second to grab the consumer's attention. We recommend that you hire a firm if you don't have the talent in-house to do this, because you're going to have 1 chance to really show the consumers what you're about and who you're about, and you can grab their interest in that 1 second. Our fourth tip is to invest in professional photography if you don't have a photographer in-house.
So important.
It's important to capture the right images, high quality, high resolution, and make sure that the images are going to match your brand.
It's really how a retailer or any consumer is going to see your product. It is that first initial impression, and good photography and having proper packaging, it all goes hand in hand to really create a great product. So our 5th tip is to fine-tune your brand tagline and your mission statement. And this is really important because when you talk about your consumers and the retailers that you want to target, you need to make sure that it fits in line with your brand. So once you really fine-tune that and live that mission statement and your brand, you're going to see that these consumers are going to come to you and you're going to be placed in the retailers that are specifically appropriate for your brand.
And it's really important, tip number 6, to be active on your social media, but also not annoying. You need to find that fine line of making sure that you're engaging with consumers, posting good, authentic content, but not overwhelming your audience so that they're losing interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then hire a PR firm. You need to make sure that you get your brand awareness. Your PR is your resume to the world. It is what lets the world know and sets you apart and helps you to become a household name. A lot of times people try to attempt this on their own, but really PR is about your connections and...
Yeah, absolutely. It's best handled by professionals and people who know what they're doing and how to get your message out there in a clear, succinct way that really encompasses your brand and shows your best foot forward.
So this brings us to our final 3 points.
Your 8th point that is very important is you want to identify and engage your category buyer in a natural and organic fashion. So what this means is you're reaching out to your buyer with information based on your PR or social media that is an organic way to say, hey, this is what the brand is doing. These are what our consumers think. And your buyer is going to recognize that. It's not going to be annoying and too much and you're just pushing product at them all the time. It's actually saying, hey, this is relevant because these are new things that are happening with my brand. So once you get that PO, our tip number 9 is make sure you read and reread your vendor guidelines. This is really important because once that purchase order comes in, everybody's so excited and they want to get product on the shelves. But you really have to go through and make sure that you're shipping correctly, that your boxes are in line, that it's going to the right place. We've seen it where it's shipped to the wrong warehouse. So make sure that you read and reread those vendor guidelines so you don't have any of those chargebacks, so you can make as much money on your purchase order as you hope.
And our final tip, 10, is focus on sell-through. It's one thing to get on the shelves, but to sell through is another thing. Buyers are going to take a risk if you're a new brand putting you on their shelves, and they have to prove that you can sell through. And that's done through strong PR, influencers, social media, using all your marketing efforts in one place to really drive those products off the shelves.
Absolutely. Keep communicating with your buyer, send them all of the information that is new and current and relevant to your brand and the movement that it's doing with their location and also other retail locations, because that can help them, definitely take advantage of their marketing opportunities that they have and just sell through and keep the brand going.
And thank you. If this was helpful, give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel below.